Hi Full for Life friends. Today I'm going to show you how I bake chicken prior to pureeing it. So I have my little sous chef here, Isla Grace, who I am preparing the pureed chicken for. What I do is I start out with chicken breasts, and I actually will trim off any fat that is on those chicken breasts. So you can see I'm just going to cut off any of that extra fat that's on there. I'm going to cut this breast in half so it's a little bit smaller, bakes a little faster. And I'm gonna lay it on either parchment paper lined baking sheet or a foil lined baking sheet. So just gonna sit them on there. Trim off this other excess fat. And I'm gonna cut this in half as well. All right. I'm gonna put them on my baking sheet, and then I don't always, but today I'm actually gonna sprinkle a little bit of black pepper on there just for some added seasoning. So I'm gonna go wash my hands first, and then I will sprinkle that black pepper on. All right, so I'm just gonna take that black pepper, I'm gonna sprinkle a tiny bit on top of each breast. Just on the one side. I do have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. So I'm gonna pop this chicken in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes until the chicken is cooked through. And then we'll take it from there with puree. Yeah, you excited for your pureed chicken too? So my little sous chef is gonna help me carry this over and stick it in the oven. And we'll wait about 25 or 30 minutes and then we'll have our chicken ready for puree. Can you say hi? Hi. So a great addition to your pureed meat is adding some sort of vegetable alongside of it. So I traditionally use spinach. I will add spinach to pureed chicken or pureed beef. So I'm gonna show you quickly how I do that while my chicken is baking. So I have the oven on, or the stovetop on medium heat. I put a little bit of coconut oil in the pan. I'm gonna take a huge heaping handful of spinach and I'm gonna throw that into the pan. So I'm not measuring here, I'm just throwing in what I think would go in the amount of chicken that I have baking. I'm gonna cover this and I'm gonna let it steam for about 2 minutes, just until the spinach slightly wilts. You don't have to saute or wilt your spinach, but it does taste a little more bitter if it's just regular raw spinach thrown into the pureed protein. So 2 minutes right here, I'm gonna let this cook, and then I'm gonna put that into the food processor, and it can sit there and wait until the chicken is done baking. All right, so you can see the spinach is nice and wilted and sauteed. So I'm just gonna add that right into the food processor. And whenever my chicken is ready, I will add that in there alongside of that spinach, and I'll pulse and puree, and that'll be it. We'll have our pureed, veggie-filled chicken. All right, so the chicken is done cooking. I am going to use my amazing little UGG glove here, and I'll grab that from the oven. And then I'm just gonna take the chicken breasts and I'm gonna transfer them into the food processor. Yeah, you gonna help mommy? Now that they're in the food processor, I'm gonna take the lid and I'm gonna shut it, and I'm gonna pulse that chicken until it's pureed to the consistency that I want it. So for me, that's about 45 seconds or so of pulsing. And there you have it, your pureed chicken. Now I'm going to take this and I'm gonna divvy it out into small mason jars, and I'm gonna store them in the freezer, and I will have 2 weeks worth of pureed chicken for Isla to eat. So now that I have my pureed chicken in the mason jars, I'm gonna allow it to cool completely before I put the lid on and I store them in the freezer. I hope that this video helps you and that you'll be able to easily incorporate pureed meats into your child's diet. As always, cheers to a healthy lifestyle and living full for life. Where's your book? Do you want to come read a book with mommy? Come here. Whoa.